This is crazy. I don't know how to start this. This is crazy. This is the worst apology video of all time, and it dropped today. And I don't know how you gain the title of worst apology video on YouTube after the decade-long saga of apology videos that we have had. But this is it. This is the one. Don't believe me? Let's just watch the first 15 seconds together. Starts out normal enough. Big sigh. Okay. What are you going to do with that?
Hey.
Okay, dude. This is crazy. She brought out a ukulele in an apology video. And if you don't know, this is Colleen Vlogs, a.k.a. Colleen Ballinger, somebody you might recognize as the face of Miranda Sings, a very old but viral YouTube channel that was popular for, well, this type of content.
Today I'm so excited for my video because I'm reacting to TikToks, not to be confused with TikToks, which
Generally content catered towards a younger audience, which again, there's no problem with that. Making content for kids is literally why YouTube exists. If kids did not watch YouTube, the website would die in 5 years. So I got no problem with that at all. However, Colleen was under some accusations lately and decided to make an apology video responding to it, which was more of a 10-minute, somewhat rehearsed, somewhat improv song. I'm just going to show you a few highlights of the apology video, and then we're going to get into why the apology video was made in the first place. So let's just take a look at, again, some of the highlights here. I'll just let it play.
I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit.
It's so hard to look at her like trying to talk earnestly while she also lines up her fingers on the fret.
Chugging down the tracks of misinformation, toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
As you can tell from the chorus, the biggest part of this apology video is saying that all these accusations are overblown and that she doesn't deserve them and it's ruining her life and she feels like shit because of all of them. And one of my favorite parts is when she goes to reach for the camera to end the song and presumably end the video. And then while she reaches out, she's inspired for one final encore.
Actually, you know, I feel like maybe I should let you guys know something.
This is crazy. This video is crazy.
It's like maybe you're confused about something. I don't know.
I'm sorry. This should be a more structured Mogul mail where we talk about like why this is happening and the impact this has and maybe what your takeaway should be. But I don't know what else to say, man. It's crazy. She has a ukulele.
Let me try to help. Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa.
She sings this for about a minute straight. That's not an exaggeration. I'm going to skip ahead.
Make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human.
And the end of the apology has to be my favorite outro you could possibly do. I do think there is one positive takeaway. Everybody should end every apology video like this.
What do I know? Fuck me, right?
I'm sorry. This is the worst. This is the worst Mogul mail I've ever done. That's the apology video. It's going viral right now. It just came out a couple of hours ago because of the absurdity of it. And people who do not know the situation at all are now being drawn to find out what the fuck happened for that video to have been made, which is exactly what I did. It's a bit of a Streisand effect where more people are going to find out what happened and why people are mad at Colleen, aka Miranda Sings, because of her very, very bad apology video. And I did all the work for you. So let's take a look. And before we jump in, It is. Look, this is you. We're being a piece of shit right now, you and me. Can we agree on that? We're being a little piece of shit where we're diving into a little drama dump of the day to find out what the fuck this crazy video is about, and then we're gonna move on. So let's not pretend like we actually care, right? We don't actually care about the situation and the people impacted. Maybe we will for like an hour and we'll feel good and be like, yeah, fuck Colleen, and then we're gonna move on as if this was never a part of our lives. So understand that, keep that context in the back of your mind, and let's not get overly attached or attack people because we didn't give a shit before this and we won't give a shit tomorrow. Just being real. Let's just be real. This is all this is. This is little sweet slop of drama. So what was this whole apology video about, and why did Colleen need to whip out the ukulele? The accusations were about grooming. Grooming is the core of what we're talking about here today. The grooming accusations were so severe that sponsors dropped Colleen because of them. And it started not just a few weeks ago, but a few years ago when a YouTuber called Adam McIntyre made a video about Colleen. And at the time, Adam was about 16 years old, I think. And for reference, Adam was a huge fan of Colleen. He even made a video celebrating Colleen that's basically a 22-minute long tribute to her in her content. However, that changed a year later after Adam ended up meeting Colleen, talking with Colleen, and having a working relationship with her. Now, bear in mind, at this time, Colleen is a 33-year-old woman, and Adam is a 16-year-old kid. And Adam, huge fan, saw that Miranda Sings was kind of falling off and reached out to Colleen with some ideas to spice up the social media and start getting everybody who's a fan of Miranda back involved and get Miranda in the limelight again. And those ideas were pretty good. Good enough that Colleen was like, hey, you can be a social media intern. And Adam's like, cool, I am social media intern. And she's like, here's my Twitter login. You can tweet whatever you want. And Adam's like, cool, I will tweet whatever I want. And that's what Adam did. To pretty good success. There was a lot more traffic, a lot more people were engaging, and the fans were a lot happier. With the exception of one tweet that had some controversy. The tweet was something that was maybe like queer baiting that people were like, hey, Colleen, you're not gay, you can't do this, and weren't very happy with. And Colleen got like a little nervous and was like, hey, Adam, this is stressing me out a little bit, and then got more nervous and eventually deleted every single tweet that Adam posted and basically said, hey, Adam, you gotta go. And Adam was like, okay, this was all kind of weird. This is kind of a weird situation. And Adam made a video about it, and in addition talked about some other weird things that Colleen, a 33-year-old woman, did, talking to like a bunch of teens, which included being in a group chat with a bunch of teenagers, which we'll get to in a moment. But that was the core of it. And Colleen replied to this, made her own video that kind of was like, hey, yeah, I fucked up. I got a little anxious. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. It was kind of my bad. And took enough accountability that it seems like people were on Colleen's side. They were okay with the mistakes she made, and they were okay to move on from. And although the general public might have been okay with what Colleen did and accepted her accountability, it did create a group of people that do not fuck with Colleen at all. And that created this hate subreddit called Colleen Ballinger Snark. And I had to Google Snark, even though I'm an English major. But the idea of it is hey, we are going to accrue all of the bad shit that Colleen did and get it in one easy, accessible way, and just find what shit is out there, because she sucks. And that's the general idea of this subreddit. And this, in conjunction with Adam McIntyre, who 3 years later has made a couple very long-form videos and exposés about Colleen, led to the shitstorm over the past 3 weeks. And that shitstorm resulted in sponsors dropping her and these grooming allegations going quite viral compared to how they were 3 years ago. First one's a clip of Colleen performing as Miranda Sings in front of an audience. She was like a touring artist. And at one of these shows, she asked this 16-year-old to go on stage and asked her to get into like a weird yoga position, spread her legs, and then played a fart sound effect. And the girl who was in this video was like, hey, this wasn't cool. This made me feel fucking weird and shit. I was 16. I didn't know this was going to happen. I thought I was going to come on stage for fun hangouts, and instead this was really embarrassing, and I didn't like it. And then the second part is a group chat. And again, I have read way too much about this, and I'm not proud of this, and I'm not an expert on any of this. I won't even pretend that I am. But I had to understand what the fuck was going on. There is a group chat called Colleenie's Weenies, which is a group chat of people who are generally teenagers, fans of Miranda Sings, right? This 12 to 16, 17, 18-year-old age. And somehow Colleen ended up in this group chat. But not only ended up in this group chat, would reply in this group chat quite often. And Colleen has admitted to doing this. In her ukulele song, at a certain point, she said, you know, I thought I was more of like that loser auntie who would talk to all of the kids and be like, how's your dating life? As opposed to a creepy 33-year-old woman talking to 14-year-olds about their dating life. And I'm just going to show you some screenshots from Colleen's Weenies. This first one is someone saying, my ass looks so good today, y'all. And that person is 12. And then Colleen said pics and then replied to the person, which is crazy. That's weird. And then she also used the group chat as a place to trauma dump about a divorce she was going through to 14-year-olds. He's lied to everyone and said I cheated. When would I cheat? I was working 24 hours a day. He will regret it. I've never hurt a soul, but I will kick him in the balls. Ugh. And these people were oftentimes like fighting on her behalf. They were soldiers defending her honor against her evil ex-husband. And you know, it's very possible that she was in a terrible marriage and her husband was a terrible person, but it is weird to call upon 14-year-olds for not only support, but also defense in those times. It goes further, just really weird things to be sharing with kids. There are other scenes and dialogues based on true events in season 2, but you didn't hear it from me, and that's the motherfucking tea. It makes no sense. He tries to get pity for being heartbroken, but you can't be heartbroken over someone you hate. Which is it? Weird shit. This is all weird. This is all weird. There's a lot more screenshots. Just her coming into this group chat where people are talking about like, hey, have you seen New Girl? And then Colleen's like, hi, everyone fucking hates me. My life's fucking shit. My divorce is going terribly. And I it blows my mind. For a long time, I've been the parasocial guy. I made a video called I'm Not Your Friend a couple of years ago where I talk about the dangers of for viewers of becoming overly attached to a creator they might like. And it is apparent that people do have very deep parasocial relationships, and they go way too far and they go very crazy. Like that dude who burned down a streamer's car the other day. There are people who are going off the deep end. But I didn't talk about something that I think happens a lot as well, that is also a huge problem, maybe even more prevalent: creators being obsessive over their viewers and parasocial with their viewers. I've always been against like calling my viewers a certain name, right? Occasionally you have to do it, maybe because you have to have a name for your subs or members or whatever. But, you know, saying shit like I love you to your viewers, responding and being active in group chats with your viewers, it's all kind of weird. And it's a level weirder when your viewers are specifically a teenage demographic or maybe a younger demographic and you are a full-blown adult. I'm a 27-year-old fucking man. I don't got shit in common with somebody who's a freshman in high school right now. I don't want to talk to him. No offense. I hope you live a wonderful life. I hope maybe you can enjoy some of the stuff I make. But let's be real. I'm 27, dude. I'm fucking old, all right? I'm on my way out in this YouTube game. So I have no interest in doing that, and some creators, they do. They like to, and I think it's weird. I think it's kind of weird, and I should have talked about that a little more in the I'm Not Your Friend. Hey, we are not your friend. Anyway, that's about the entirety of the situation. There's a few more screenshots you can dig into if you so please. Colleen just left the Weenies group chat a few days ago. Colleen's ex-husband also did corroborate a lot of the feelings that some of the people felt, but you know, how seriously can you take an ex-husband's word in a situation like this? I feel like not very seriously. I do feel like Colleen crossed some boundaries. I would feel weird if I was a parent and I found out my 13-year-old kid was DMing the YouTuber they watched and the YouTuber was trauma dumping about their divorce and saying shit like they were one of the 13-year-olds. You're 33, bro. Do 33-year-old shit. Anyway, that's it. That's what spawned the ukulele apology video, and that's why everyone's talking about it. And that's your slot for the day. All right, have fun. Go away now. Subscribe. Go away now. Have a good day. All right, see you later, guys. Goodbye. See you later.